4 UFO investigators are in Sedona, Arizona. They've heard allegations of a government conspiracy.
Government are covering up the fact that UFOs exist.
Claims that UFOs and military aircraft fly together.
There's a red object and chasing after it. There was black Apache helicopters.
And come face to face with black ops in the desert.
Daryl, that is black ops! Go!
Let's go! Get out!
Go, 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 go!
Now they are hot on the trail of an unmarked helicopter.
No, there's no room. Watch out, no! There he is! Look! That is a military helicopter. In fact, it's a Black Hawk. There's no markings on it. And the really weird thing is, there's a base around here for like 130 miles.
Mike, I'm telling you, this is Black Ops.
It's right there. Daryl, put your foot down, man.
I got it, I got it.
We're running out of road. We're running out. Stop, stop.
Rats.
Oh, man. Black Ops, no markings. That was the real deal. That's what we've been looking for. And we've lost it.
I'm telling you, we're right on top of this thing.
It was heading straight for the ranch. We got to get down there.
I said we have to go down there. Let's see if anything's
Right,
over
well,
there.
let's do it now.
Let's do it while the thing's
Yeah.
already in motion.
The helicopter finally disappears over Bradshaw Ranch. The team suspect that the ranch could be a center for covert military activity. Despite the risks, they continue their investigation. Finally, after an hour, they reach the perimeter.
Ah, that's it. Look, buildings. Well, I can't see the helicopter.
Doesn't look like anybody's been here for quite a while.
No.
All right.
There's signs on the gate. What do they say?
Closed to public use.
Look, the sign says this property is owned by the United States of America. Why on earth would your government buy this property and then just leave it empty?
I don't know.
Personally, I can think of a lot of reasons why they would want to keep this area fenced off. I mean, it could be generally be land preservation. Could be that these are historic buildings that have been here for a long time.
Yeah, and all the historic buildings in London have Black Hawk helicopters landing on them.
Oh, no, we didn't see them actually. We didn't see the helicopter land here. We saw it come in this direction.
We saw the black helicopter coming here low over this property.
Look, guys, Black Ops is not a game. If there's something that's really happened here, they're here in any way, shape, or form, we need to be careful.
All of our investigations have been leading to this spot. This is it. We got to get stuck in.
Okay. Well, Maureen, why don't you want to go with me and we'll just walk the perimeter and take a look around and see if we see anything interesting, okay?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
While you're looking for things that aren't there, we'll look for things that might be there. I'll use the Geiger counter and we'll see if we can find some readings.
Radioactive black helicopters?
Well, we may find something else here. I don't know.
Come on,
okay,
We're gonna look.
All right, guys.
Give me a hand.
The team split up. Mike and Maureen head up the hill to check the perimeter for evidence of black ops. While Stephen wants to know from an ex-CIA operative, Daryl, exactly what black ops is all about.
You know, Daryl, what continues to puzzle me is that the American government bought this ranch and then they've just left it empty.
Look, the nature of Black Ops is to leave things in plain sight. When I was in the company, we had entire installations that you couldn't tell what they were. It looked like one thing and it was something else. That's a cover story. You don't put up a big sign that says this is a secret government installation. You don't do that.
So, Daryl, what you're saying is something left in plain sight doesn't attract attention.
That's correct.
Meanwhile, at the top of the hill, Mike and Maureen continue to hunt for signs of black ops.
It almost looks like there's a pathway up here. But I'm pretty sure it goes over this hill and through the woods.
Let's go up this way.
Let's keep going around the perimeter because I can't see through
Yeah,
these bushes.
a lot of brush here. But you know, I mean, it just looks like a ranch to me. It doesn't look like anything special.
Yeah, but also, how big is this ranch? There could be anything over the hill.
I sure don't see a helicopter pad. Let's go further.
Mike and Maureen have yet to find any evidence of black ops. But at the bottom of the hill, Daryl plans to use his Geiger counter to look for evidence of UFOs.
The little tiny click that you hear occasionally is simply background radiation. I mean, this is very, very, very
So
normal.
that's nothing to worry about.
Nothing, it means nothing. What we're looking for is raised radioactive levels. This is a radioactive sample. It's a cloth material, but it's radioactive. The reason I brought this is to demonstrate when you put that radioactive sample near it, that's hot.
All right.
Okay?
And we shouldn't get a hot reading in this
No.
area.
If it does click more than that little click, it could be indication of a UFO.
Why should a UFO leave a fingerprint of radioactivity?
One of the reasons that radioactive traces will show up in an area where a UFO's landed is because radiation is in space. When a UFO is in space, it's going to bring that radiation back with it. It's going to collect onto the body of that craft, and if it touches ground, it's going to be there. We're going to look around here and see if we can find any signature, and if you would, please assist me, and I will look around, and if I find anything at all, I would like for you to just maybe get a rock or something and put it wherever I find a signature, if I find anything.
Okay.
Can you do that for me?
Yeah, I can do that.
Okay. I'm getting higher reading right there. I've got a signature here. I've got 3 clicks right across here, right across this area here. Just, if you would, just put a rock or two
That's
there.
our
Thank
first
you.
stone.
Thank you. Another one. Would you put a rock right there?
Yep.
If you would.
All right. Well, 2 stones is a pattern as far as I'm concerned.
Okay, did it right there. It's pretty dang amazing.
You know what? We've got a pattern here, mate.
Right here. I'm getting higher reading right there.
What do you think?
Well, it is fascinating. It does have a radioactive signature, a trace all the way around.
You know what, Daryl? You know what I'm seeing here? The shape of the landing gear of a UFO.
This is incredible.
Look, Wilbur took that photograph of that spaceship, that UFO, and it was right above here at night time. So I, and I hope you do, want to come back here tonight.
Well, I do. I'm really interested in coming back tonight.
Meanwhile, a mile away at the top of the hill, Maureen is prepared to breach the perimeter in order to get a closer look at the ranch. But Mike doesn't want to risk it.
I haven't seen any black ops or guys with guns yet.
Yeah, no men in black, but you know, I will give Stephen this. It's a little creepy here. It's a little kind of a...
It's an eerie silence.
Well, there's
I will
like-
say that.
It's like a ghost town.
I don't know, Mike. I think we should just go in. I mean, nobody's up here.
Oh, hey, wait a minute. This is like 2-year stay in a federal penitentiary for violating this thing. So why don't we do this the easy way? Why don't we just call up the Forestry Service? It's their sign on the fence. Why don't we just call them up? We'll get permission to come on the ranch and we can come on here with no problems. There really shouldn't be any big deal about it, right? But it's a lot easier than getting in some trouble.
Yeah, it's just so tempting because
I
it
know.
looks so empty.
I know, but it's also a federal offense.
Well, let's keep going.
All right.
Unable to breach the perimeter of the ranch without breaking the law, the investigators return to Sedona, where Mike calls the government agency to try and gain legal access to the property.
Hi, yeah. Can we get access to the Bradshaw Ranch?
There are structures there, that there are historic structures, and we really are not encouraging people to go around them.
Yeah, I understand that, but why can't we get onto the ranch?
It's really, it's our ability to try and ensure that the structures don't become damaged, because they're, you know, we want to protect them.
Okay, so there's absolutely no way that we are going to get into that property.
We're not going to authorize that at this point, no.
Okay, bye.
Despite the government denying access, Mike's still convinced there's a rational explanation for what's going on at Bradshaw Ranch.
It's obvious to me at this point that we're not going to get access to the ranch itself. I know Daryl and Stephen are itching to get back to the area because of their radioactive stone circle that they found. But I'm convinced that if there is anything unusual that we will see there, that I'm going to be able to identify it and put this thing to a close right then and there.
But before they head to the ranch, investigator Daryl has made contact with Melinda Leslie.
Hi there, good. Good to see you. Melinda. Hey, hi there, welcome, welcome.
Hey, Melinda, good to see you.
Good to see you.
Who claims to have information about a joint alien military base near Sedona.
Can you establish for us the idea that there is a military connection and a UFO connection?
Yes, yeah, I mean, there's so much evidence. So many people have had run-ins with the military personnel, have seen black Jeeps, black helicopters out here are very common. They fly over here all the time.
Where do you think they're coming from? What's their point of origin?
There's evidence that we have a large military base out here.
Hold on. A large military base?
Yes.
Wow. Do you have any personal experience that would support the theory of this base?
Well, yes, I have. Myself and 3 friends, we were actually taken by ETs. We had an alien abduction. Our experience is that we were handed over by ETs to military personnel. We were taken on like a small van at gunpoint.
Wait a minute, you were taken initially by ETs?
Yeah.
And then turned over and put into vans and taken by military people?
As crazy as it sounds, but yes, when we got to the base, there were a lot of other abductees. It wasn't just us.
What exactly happened to you?
We were put on an exam table and given a bitter fluid to drink that was a memory erasing kind of thing. And that was the last thing I remember happening right before being brought back.
What did the fluid taste like that they made you drink?
I remember it having a combination of like mint and fruity, like it had a minty taste that they were trying to disguise with some kind of fruity taste.
Who gave you that, the ETs or the military?
The military.
So basically you're saying you believe there's a military alien base in the area that the government is covering up?
Yes.
You know, I normally make up my mind with regards to contact experiences, if they're legit or not, within the first 30 seconds. And Melinda has the fingerprint. She has the energy signal that the ETs leave behind. And it sounds like she was taken into the base we're looking for. Where exactly is the entrance into this base?
Do you know where the entrance is?
No, not specifically.
I'm really struggling with the idea of aliens working alongside the military, serving mind-altering fruit juices. This is the most far-fetched stuff I have ever heard. I've got to get into the ranch and disprove all of this nonsense.
Thank you so much for taking the time to talk to us.
You're absolutely welcome. Thank you.
Thank you.
After Melinda's incredible interview, Mike is more convinced than ever that there must be a rational explanation to what people are witnessing around Sedona. Once darkness falls, the investigators head out to a vantage point overlooking Bradshaw Ranch to scan the night skies for UFOs.
The reality is they're not going to let us on the ranch. They're not going to let us anywhere near the place. We have no choice but to just head out to the area, stake it out, see if we see anything.
Don't forget that fantastic photo that Wilbur gave us of the spacecraft slowing down right over this area. That, combined with the radioactive signature that Daryl and I got down on the ranch, means we're heading in the right direction.
Bluntly, Stephen, I think if we do see anything besides satellites and airplanes. It's going to be military.
You're going to see UFOs tonight, and they're going to be E.T. Well, the skies have certainly cleared, Daryl.
They are reasonably clear.
The investigators are using cutting-edge infrared technology to make sure they don't miss a thing.
Do you see anything?
You got an airplane up there at 2 o'clock.
Flashing light straight ahead.
That looks like it could be slow enough to be a satellite, though.
We're hoping to catch something unusual. Now, it would be great if we caught some sort of unidentified craft that even Mike and I will agree with Daryl and Steven on. That would be pretty fantastic.
There's an object moving underneath. You see this star right here?
Yeah.
Right there, okay.
That's a plane. Okay, whoa, that was weird. Just had a bright light that shot across really quick and disappeared. Guessing it was a shooting star, though.
I'm not looking for proof that they exist. I know they exist.
All I'm seeing is airplanes so far.
I'm afraid they don't do party tricks.
I have not seen anything at all.
We mustn't forget this is our agenda. We're looking for them. If it isn't their agenda to appear in the skies over us tonight, it won't happen. But, you know, this is great. This is really exciting, and I can see something moving. There's something moving right above there, look.
Denied access by the government to Bradshaw Ranch.
So there's absolutely no way that we are going to get into that property.
We're not going to authorize that at this point.
The 4 expert UFO investigators returned under cover of darkness and witnessed strange lights in the sky.
And I can see something moving. There's something moving right above there, look.
Oh, wow, okay, up here.
Have you got it?
There's three right there. Right, directly above. Up there, they're spreading apart.
Those 3?
Yeah, they're not blinking and they're spread. They were together and now they just spread out in the opposite directions.
Oh, yeah, actually, there are 3 things moving. There are 3 of them.
That is something.
That's something pretty strange.
We saw a UFO. It was a long sighting, 3 or 4 minutes at least, until it finally disappeared over the Sedona area. Those were no aircraft. There's no question about that.
Everything else I saw tonight, I can explain as plane or satellite.
We only need one, Mikey.
I know.
We only need one, mate.
You know, guys, we didn't see any military stuff or drones. I mean, that's what I thought we'd see. But what we did see out there, those 3 objects, the angles at which they came across the sky, the positions that they assumed, the formation, it was just so weird. I can't tell you what it was.
This is a hot spot. This is a hot spot for UFO activity, and I'm sure now that the government and the military know all about it.
Listen to me. We have seen a remarkable event tonight. I mean, unbelievable UFO. We've seen Wilbur's pictures before that, unbelievable pictures. And on top of that, we've seen evidence of black operations. We saw a black helicopter, no writing on it.
I know, I gotta be honest with you. It was really strange. I don't have an easy identification for that. But I do think there is something weird going on here in Sedona and especially over Bradshaw Ranch now.
The investigators now have first-hand proof of black helicopters and strange craft over Bradshaw Ranch. So far, they have been unable to connect the 2. The following morning, Daryl takes the team to meet a contact who might be able to help.
I know a man named Dr. Bob Wood who's got some remarkable documentation. I think he might be able to shed some light on Sedona and our investigation here.
Dr. Wood has been investigating extraterrestrial-related phenomena for over 30 years. He's been leaked top-secret documents, which he claims prove that the government analyzes crashed UFOs and develops new technology from them in a process known as reverse engineering.
Hi, Dr. Wood. Hi, Maureen Ellsbury.
Hi, Maureen.
Nice to meet you.
And Dr. Wood, good to see you.
Stephen Jones, nice to meet you.
Hi, it's Mike Barr. Nice to see you.
So, Dr. Wood, we spoke with a lot of witnesses in the Sedona area who have seen UFOs, strange black helicopters, and we ourselves have also cited a lot of strange anomalous activity. What do you think?
It's pretty clear that Sedona is probably part of the classified top secret research project entitled the Non-Terrestrial Program. It was started in 1942. There was a top secret document that said that we had, in fact, recovered one craft in the San Bernardino Mountains, and the Navy salvaged one craft at sea. And they are not of terrestrial origin. President Roosevelt wrote, "We want you to start understanding how the UFOs work."
So you're saying that the U.S. government actually has had crashed extraterrestrial technology since the 1940s at the very least?
Well, yeah, I think most people are not aware of the fact that we've had these craft recovered since 1942.
I have long suspected that there is a cover-up by the government with regards to ET activity, and Dr. Bob Wood has the evidence to prove it.
Can you tell me anything about what they've done with that or how they have developed it?
It's pretty clear that, any military person standing around looking at a crashed UFO would ask himself the question, how do they work? And so they take them apart. And if they figure it out, then the government can use that technology. And that's the way that the reverse engineering process works. Several things specifically came from recovery of crashed UFOs. The first recovered craft yielded the transistor. Integrated circuitry was described in a document in 1947, long before there was an integrated circuit. And lasers are a result of reverse engineering the craft.
So what specifically is the documentary evidence that you have for reverse engineering?
I have one quite specific document to do with fiber optics. Yeah, this is a report to the commanding general at Air Materiel Command on what we've learned from studying the craft. It says, flight instruments and controls are activated by optical waveguide fibers similar to glass rods, except they are flexible and have a plastic cladding wrap. Then the key thing is the date of the document is 2 September 1947.
Okay, so you have a document. This is from the Research and Development Laboratory, it says. This document talks about fiber optic technology in 1947. Dr. Wood, fiber optic technology didn't come into the vernacular. People weren't even talking about it. The idea didn't even seem to come into the cultural consciousness until 30, 40 years later.
Correct.
I have enormous respect for Dr. Robert Wood. I think he's done some amazing work, but the reality is that our scientists were developing all sorts of exotic technologies anyway at that time, and to me, the connection to these crash flying saucers is tenuous. And where did you get this document?
The majority of the documents, such as the ones that I have here, were leaked.
So what's your authentication process, Doctor? I mean, how do we know that this is really a legitimate document from the research laboratory?
Authenticating questioned leaked documents is an orderly process. Mm-hmm. You take the ink, you can drill out a 1 millimeter piece of ink and then do electrophoresis on it to see how old the ink was. You can do the same thing with pencils. Mm-hmm. And I have authenticated this document.
So on a percentage basis, what's your certainty that this is an authentic document? 80%, 70%, 90%?
The authenticity probability of this document is 99.5.
Wow.
Whew.
That's it.
Okay, that's
the smoking gun.
That's what I wanted to know.
Dr. Wood, where did this reverse technology take place?
Many people ask, where are the recovered craft? And the correct answer for that is they're at top secret locations.
So, you think that there could be a correlation between UFO hotspots and secret military bases?
Multiple sightings associated with one location suggests that there might be bases nearby.
Is there any possibility that there's a secret military base or reverse engineering here in Sedona area?
Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Jeez.
What people see when they see craft around Sedona are a mixture of the craft that we are developing routinely that are man-made, mm-hmm. and than ones that we have been able to create using advanced technology from UFOs. Some of the craft that we are developing are sufficiently advanced that they're indistinguishable from alien UFOs.
Dr. Wood, if I'm hearing you correctly, what you're saying is that when people see what we would call UFOs here in Sedona or other hotspots and places where these sightings take place, that what they could be seeing is either our own developed flying saucer technology, or they could be seeing extraterrestrial spacecraft. Is that correct?
The UFOs that are seen either belong to us or belong to ETs.
Well, Dr. Wood, thank you for coming out. I really appreciate it. You know, as somebody who deals in the same kind of stuff, I'm always looking for documents, photographs, evidence. It's been enlightening, to say the least.
Bob, I thought that your contribution to our investigation was going to be the cherry on the cake, but it has gone way beyond that. We've experienced the Holy Grail here. So, thank you so much. This will stay with me forever.
Thank you so much.
Thank
All right,
you.
thank you.
You know, honestly, guys, we've seen more here than I expected. Dr. Wood's documents are very impressive, but to me, everything that we've seen does point to some sort of secret military activity.
We've met a lot of the people here, and they saw the same things we did. They saw black helicopters, they saw the black ops, even threatened by some of these people. I actually fear for some of the people in Sedona.
Former state senator David Schmidt had some very serious allegations against the government in regards to a cover-up, but didn't really have anything to back it up. But after talking with Dr. Robert Wood, I think it's quite plausible that the government knows a lot more than they're letting on about UFO activity.
If the government is concealing alien craft in secret bases across America, where are the pilots of these UFOs? Find out next time on Uncovering Aliens.